Him is finally out, and it is my 100th 2025 movie. If I did that right, there should be people celebrating for me. Um, I think a lot of people were anticipating this movie just because it has Jordan Peele's name on it, and I don't think a good chunk of people are realizing this isn't necessarily Jordan Peele's movie. Yes, he is the producer of this movie, but I mean, this isn't his movie. Does this feel like a Jordan Peele movie? Sure, in some sense it does, but it's not his fucking movie. So it is really unfortunate that he's gonna get a lot of the hate that this movie's gonna get, which is so unfortunate because he is such a great director and he clearly has a vision. He was bidding for weapons, and I think him had potential. It just didn't go in the right way. And I would have been wearing my Bears shirt for this, but I just can't find it, unfortunately. And I won't have it for my senior video either, which will be going up later this weekend. But I mean, back to the movie. Him is just it's really okay. After I Know What You Did Last Summer and the threesome, which starred one of the other actors from I Know What You Did Last Summer, I had a lot of hope for Tyreek Withers making a comeback, just as I saw the same comeback I saw in the threesome. I think he's pretty good in this movie. He's way better than whatever the fuck he did in I Know You Did Last Summer, which is good, but it's nothing stellar. I do think he is fine. I probably blame it more on the writing and maybe even the directing than him being him his own performance on the movie. Clearly, this is way better performance than I Know You Did Last Summer, so that's good for him. I'm hoping to see him in more movies soon because I really need something else to like turn the tables on my opinion on him because I just don't have full faith in him yet. I'm really not sure what to expect from him from the future, unfortunately, but I hope Tyreek Withers, has something. There's clearly something there with him here. It just didn't work. He's obviously sexy as hell. I mean, he is shirtless in far too many scenes in this movie, but I I mean, he's good looking, so it really doesn't matter. As for everyone else, the clear star of this movie is easily the scary movie goat, Marlon Wayans. He does brilliant. I don't think a lot of people expected him to be this good. If they even do expect him to be this good, I think he was brilliant in this movie. I think he was easily the clearest good performance in this movie. I feel like every time he's on screen, he's just such a yeah, like it feels like someone with such a goat ego. And I'm super happy he he was able to show himself off in something that's not necessarily just goofy or silly. He's obviously been in other movies before, but I think this might be one of his best performances ever. He like really, really showed like his capability of being a serious actor. Like he's brilliant. He's not that old, I think. I could be wrong. He's been around for a while, so this could all be wrong, but he was absolutely fucking great in this movie. Julia Fox did Julia Fox things, so fortunately not much to say there. As for everyone else, there's not really anyone else in this fucking movie. I mean, you have the five cult leaders. Still don't have that many lines in this movie. You have Tyreek Withers' family, who you only see in the beginning of the movie, and that's it. Um, that's kind of it. You don't really get anyone else. The other QBs or I can't remember the other star free agents. They don't really say much. I mean, it really is just a Tyreek Withers and Marlon Wayans movie. It's literally just them two. And I don't know. I wish there was more, just so I could push my Marlon Marlon agenda even farther, because I think he does fantastic in this movie. Um, Everything else about this movie is kind of just mediocre, to be honest. I think if Marlon wasn't in it, this would be one of the I don't know. This movie would be rated just a tad lower than I have it rated, which is also already very, very low. I think the first half of this movie is pretty damn good. Um, there's a lot of potential in the first half of the movie. You get a lot of supernatural stuff. Um, feels a bit cosmic horror-y, but in the end of the movie, it really isn't. The second half of the movie just feels so lackluster, and it feels like nothing really happened after the first half. You get a lot of cool stuff in the first half of the movie. You get him building his relationship with not only his family, but you get a bit of history of his dad, which is very nice. You get a few cool shots of monsters in the first half when he's throwing the ball at the field goal post and the ball's spinning on the floor. You get like this cool mascot behind him, and it looks so fucking scary. And I was expecting something out of that, and you don't see the mascot until the last 10 minutes of the movie, where it just gets its head beat in and it doesn't do anything. Um, which sucks because I don't know. This movie could have been so much better if it just had some sort of entity in it. I feel like it needed an entity, but it just didn't have one. And you also have the scene in the hallway where Tyreek Withers is going out for the combine. Was it the combine? I'm pretty sure it was the combine. And there's something in the dark, and it looks like there's this tall figure, tall figure in the dark, and it looks like it's gonna be something so cool. And they trick you, and it's actually just a delusional fan. Which I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll get more of that in the movie," which we do in the first half. Tyreek Withers is in the sauna, and the three fans are crawling from beneath the sauna bench, and they come out. That was all cool. Unfortunately, you don't get anything like that after that part of the movie. This whole movie's point is that sport is a religion, sport is a cult. Being a fan of your team is cult like or even religious like. But we don't really feel that in the second half of the movie. The second half of the movie focuses way too much on the corporate part of it, the player part of it. I think if this movie full on went with the fan part of it, this movie would have been spectacular. It would have felt like it actually had some substance to it. You just don't get that. I don't know what they were thinking. If you're trying to promote football as or sport is a cult religion, get the fans as part of a big part of this movie. You have the scene where Tyreek Withers is driving in, the lady spits on the window and it feels almost like a bullet's hitting the window. Why don't we get that more? Like I said, the sauna scene, the mascot at the field goal post scene, the hallway scene. Why don't we get more of this? I really don't like that they just deviated away from all the fan parts of this because what makes a sport team, a culture, a religion, a cult, everything is the fans. The fans is what drives these teams to seem crazy. You go on Twitter, you look at the Lakers, they all seem like fucking nut jobs. You go on Twitter, you look at Cowboys, Chiefs fans, any delusional sports team, they're all on there, and it's because of the fans. It's not because the corporate. It's not the corporate part of the sports team. It's never been that. It's always the fans. This movie should have been not in a good way about the fans. It would have been way better of a movie. The second half just feels like it never finished the movie that it started off with, and I don't get that. I feel so bad for Jordan Peele because this movie's getting low ratings already, and people are blaming him for this. It's not his fucking fault. Does this movie feel like a Jordan Peele movie? Yeah, but I think it feels more like a movie trying to feel like a movie that's trying to feel like a Jordan Peele movie. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about him. It's such a shame. I had so much expectations about him. I was expecting this to be kind of a surprise because I didn't necessarily have high hopes for it, but I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what happened with him. I feel like something was there, and then someone must have stepped in and made this movie shit because that second half just does not feel anywhere near the same as the first half. I will give this movie some shout outs though because I think I've been nagging on it too much, and The outside shots in the desert are absolutely stunning. I mean, oh my god. When this movie wants to look good, it looks gorgeous. And it's mostly the outside shots. I mean, every single desert shot just looks fucking amazing. Some of the X-ray things this movie does is kind of neat. I just wish they didn't use it as much in the fight between Tyreek and Marlon in the end. By the way, that fight's complete dog shit. I mean, it's two football players, and one of them's like this godly thing full of like youth juice, and it just ends in like 2 minutes. And the fight just feels so disgusting. It's all shaky, and I think it's supposed to make you feel like the world's shaking around them, but it just feels like lazy camera work. Too much X-ray use in that in that fight. It's really, really bad. Like really bad. I'm so upset about it. But I thought the X-ray parts during the combine looked fantastic. I liked the transition cards. I think those all look good. Visually, this movie's fucking gorgeous. Especially the last 10 minutes where it's the oh my gosh, I'm zoning out on the word. The last 10 minutes where it's the sacrifice part where there's the giant white balloons and the cheerleaders and the drummers and the corporate organization guys. I thought that all looked gorgeous. Also, the gore looks really fucking good in this movie, and it's mostly just for the last 10 minutes, like during the last section of the movie. But the combine scene where the guy's getting footballs thrown in his face, very cool. I wish we didn't see that in the trailer. It would have been way more hitting if we just didn't know about it. Because I'm waiting for this guy to get hit in the face with footballs. I wish I didn't know about that. But that's a more of a modern movie problem. No, no, him is him is just such a disappointment. I really think they should have just gone the fan route of delusional fans who just up everyone with a big ego and they think they own the world. But him is him is really just nothing. Boy, ah man, I did not want to give this movie lower than a 6. I was really I had hope for it. I thought there was some good things gonna happen in this movie, and the first half really did feel like the minimum I was giving this movie was a 6, but I can't do it. This movie is, for me, a 3 out of 10. I just I can't justify this being a good movie. Marlon gives a fantastic performance. Some of the shots are great. First half is good. I don't know. Him is not one of the best horror movies of the year. I'm really sad to say. Just a huge missed opportunity. Like I said, if he went the fan driven route, probably would have been one of the better movies of the year, but nope. If you haven't seen him, it's kind of short. Maybe your opinion's different from mine. You should go check it out.